what's going on, Giles? Appreciate the message. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this started. Let's get this party on the road. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jones. I am a 15-year Pokemon trading card game veteran coming at you tonight to just help you be a little bit better than you were before you jumped into my stream. I know there's a lot of ways that you could be spending your Tuesday evening, but I'm glad that you're spending it with me. So for the next couple of hours, we're going to sit back, we're going to relax, we're going to play some games, we're going to talk about the games, and we're going to all get better together. So that is what the plan for tonight is. And as by the title, we're going to play some Terra, we're going to play some Grimm, and I'm going to get ready for a couple of League Cups that are coming up. Not this weekend, but I'm coming up next weekend. This weekend, surprisingly, where I live, it's mostly all pre-releases. And, you know, we can talk about that. So we can talk about Phantasmal Flames as well. But also at the same time, too, we can talk about how that's going to affect the meta. So there is that. Why is that coming up? Weird. Alright, now that I got that sorted out, there we go. Anyways. Yeah, so. Alright, gonna get something started here. Gonna play some Terra, get a game going. Try and do this. Already won one League Cup with Terra, and I got a top 4. 3 of my 4 cup finishes have all been with Terra, so definitely want to keep the momentum going with that. Also, at the same time, too, there's a part of me that wants to try to, like, I've won a cup with Terra, then there's a part of me that wants to, like, win with a different deck in, like, all 4 of my, like, League Cup wins, because that's the, you know, that's the one that you can only have, they take your 4 best finishes, and then there's a part of me that's like, man, I really want to win 4 cups with, like, 4 different decks, and I think that would be a really cool goal to achieve. So that would be pretty neat. So we won the flip. We're either playing against Goldango or playing against Lucario. We're playing against Lucario. The name of the game is going to be Where in the World is our Clefairy? And our Clefairy's there, Mew's there. So plenty of options to choose from. We obviously want the Fan Rotom, This fan rotom is going to give us the out to the fan rotom is going to give us the out to get this, and then we're going to sit here and pass. Also, another thing that's going to be really strong in this matchup is the Iron Bundle as well. Iron Bundle mostly for the gust effect of the Hyper Blower, but more importantly also if we find ourselves in dire straits and need to use Refrigerated Stream, which does 80 damage and then Evolution Pokemon can't attack it. So that is going to be important. Lunatone does its Lunar Cycle, discards a fighting, draws that. There's an Artisan. They'll probably see a Riolu off of that. 1 or 2 Riolus. And then we're going to try to do that. I'm going to try to commentate on this game while at the same time too trying to update all of my socials. A little bit of a late start tonight. I normally say 9:30, but you know, Jones is tired, you know. Had an early day, and then on top of that ended up working late, and then top of working late, I got in late and there was traffic, so there's that, and I finally got to sit down after working 12-13 hours, and I nodded off a little bit, and then I woke up and I was like, oh no, I gotta get ready. So that is where I'm at tonight, but it's okay. It's better to be consistent and try to do that. Okay, so this is an interesting approach here. They decided to retreat the Soul Rock and give me 2 Riolu. I don't know what they're trying to do here, but it's like you're asking me to take 2 prizes. Because I gladly will. I'll gladly take 2 prizes. So there's that. All right. So we're gonna go Jewel Seeker, grab 2 item cards. You know, there's a part of me here too that like I want to do that stadium. I'm okay with that stadium right now. I'm gonna do this since I've got all of that. And Lily will grab me 8 cards. And then I get the Iron Bundle right back. That's crazy. Tropica's kind of dead in this match. Let's go and grab that. Get these grass energy back in there. Do that. Take 2 prizes like that. Pretty easy. Next move will be, they more than likely probably evolve into Mega Lucario. If they do that, then we're going to go into Clefairy, take 3 prizes that way. Now the only thing I could have done maybe is I could have saved that bench space, but I haven't used an Ultra Ball and I still have 3 Noctowls, so not hurting too bad. Now a perfect turn next turn here, assuming this guy doesn't evolve, is we're going to try to get both of, we're going to try to get the Lucario and we're going to get the Makuhita and try to take a knockout that way. And again, that's assuming they don't evolve here. Another thing that we could see is a check down onto either the Hoot Hoots here, because despite their fighting resistance, Soul Rock does cut through the resistance. So there, yeah. Hey there, Jennifer. Appreciate you joining my chat tonight. I'm just sitting here just playing some cards. I appreciate you jumping in. Like I always say at the beginning of every stream, you guys obviously have a lot of choices and ways to spend your evening, and I appreciate you spending your Tuesday night watching some cards. So there is that. So still waiting to see what they did. Attached a Vitality Band to Makuhita. Now we gotta see what they're gonna do. Cut down the sound effects here. No. Whew, that was almost bad. Alright, so there's a Mega Lucario, so that tells us what our next move needs to be. I don't remember, did they play? Yeah, they did play. They played a Lily. Okay. So there's the Aura Jab. They don't knock us out, so we still have access to... Noctowl. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this. And we're going to do this. We're going to grab another Noctowl. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and town store and grab us a air balloon. Air balloon's going to get us this. $40, $60, $80, $100, $120, $140, $160, $180, $200, $220. You know, I could go defensive here and do this. Pick up Wellspring Ogre Pond, so that gets the damage off the board. Sure, we lose the Sparkling Crystal, but it's already served its purpose. We'll attach Return, Class Trumpet, do this, do this, and then just smack him for 440 damage. Super crazy. And then we'll take 3 prizes. Now, the danger of this is we do leave ourselves open to only going to 1 prize card, but we still have that. But that also takes off the chance of them just trying to... Oh yeah, that just basically, it just gives us more outs. So there's another Lucario. They're going to need a lot, but we can still get it as long as we don't get Iono'd. So there's that. So Fighting Gong. Double energy onto it. Yeah, they're going to smack the Clefairy. They're not going to give this Clefairy a chance to do anything. Alright, yeah, so there we go. We essentially... Yeah, we kind of win. Because really all I have to do is just go Noctowl Stretcher. And as long as I've got energy, like I'm good. Yeah. Because that's 400 right there. As long as I put another Pokemon down. If he's smart, he doesn't put... Okay, he just grabs an energy. Toxic Red Flags. Hey, thanks for jumping in tonight. How's your night going? Life is going well, Jaws, man. Like like I'm not gonna lie, like I'm kind of in the thick of it right now. Like pretty tired, but you know, it's like they always say, the still persist. The horrors persist, but yet so do I. So who's the real monster? But I'm managing. Hope your school year's going well. Yes, I do. I can't forget you. All right, so there's that. Oh, okay. So this is going to be interesting. My other psychic energy is prized. Nah, no sweat. Am I slow rolling? Yes. But I've had a long day. I feel like I've deserved to at least slow roll one person. Oh man. It's way more interesting than learning cards in a Barnes and Noble. Yeah, that can be a that definitely can be a way to learn. But like, oh my god, 520 damage. That's crazy. Um, there we go. We win the game. So there's our other psychic energy. There's our other psychic energy. All right. Anyways, welcome back after that ad break. So we already started the night off on a win against Lucario deck, and I see a lot of people jumping in chat. Uh, yes, Dylan, glad that you're in here. Flags, yeah, there's always usually a lot going on in Barnes and Nobles, so definitely, definitely way more entertaining. Yeah. Also, the other thing about it is too is that at least you can kind of see it, and it simplifies the game, especially if you're watching it. So there's that. Yeah. So yeah, so there's that. So we already start the game. We got our first win of the night. We're gonna keep it going. Keep it going with Terra Box. So there's that going on. Yeah. Appreciate the reminder. I genuinely appreciate the fact that you're concerned about my hydration. So there's fun. Yeah. All right. So we're probably gonna go first. Oh, they're gonna go first. So that tells us a lot of like what they're gonna do. They're mostly playing. They're probably playing Terrorbox themselves. They're playing Raging Bolt, or they're playing Guldango, or they could be playing Cerulege. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna put this down too, because they could be playing a poison donk deck. Could be Cerule Edge. And I'm gonna hold on to that. Oh, Mega Kangaskhan. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, drinking water definitely is important. I got my gallon in today, which people a lot of times, even students in past, would be like, "Do you drink a gallon a day?" I'm like, "Yeah, I drink a gallon a day. You should drink a gallon a day too." So it is very crucial for hydration. But what also baffles me is the fact that like the people who don't like just these people you never see them drink water, um, and I'm just like, how do you even function? So, all right, trying to see if there's a way that we could end this game. Don't think there is. So let me grab this. I mean, there is a way we could win in one turn, but it's gonna definitely take. Okay, we might actually be able to do this. So there's Pikachu. I'll attach here. And all we need is like one card. We need we need two cards. We need Sparkling Crystal, and we need a way to get a Latias. And for those of you guys that don't know, Latias gives all of my basic Pokemon free retreat. So there we go. Ah, didn't get it. Didn't get it. That's a bummer, but it's okay. We'll be alright. That is a bummer. We were so close. One card off. Two cards off. But we'll be alright. So there is that. Function off of Hershey bars and dog cuddles. Uh, if that's what floats your boat, yeah, that's I will, I will support your right to be able to do that. I mean, granted the uh, time of the year, yeah, function off of Hershey's is a totally acceptable thing. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I gotta dump something. Oh, opponent conceded. Cool. Well, good for them. All right. I will definitely take that win. All right. So we're at 2-0 right now. Just keep the momentum going. Yeah. Playing against somebody that's also in the Tyranitar rank. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go first, and that's the thing though too. Like this deck definitely wants to go first. You can go second with it, and like it's not a bad idea to go second with it. But a lot of the times though, we want to go first because we want to evolve Hootoots and Noctowls. All right, Jaws, thank you for the sub, man. That's awesome. All right, appreciate that. Appreciate the gifted sub. So we're gonna go there into a fan rotom. Grab that. We're gonna go and just go ahead and grab 3 of these. Smack him right there onto the bench. And then we're going to go into this. Put that down. And we've basically set ourselves up for a good start. All right. No, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, every little bit helps. You know, it's awesome. Every little bit helps. Toxic Red Flags, thank you for the follow as well. Alright, so Jamming Tower. Now watch him hit Iona or something. Like, if they... Okay, they hit Lily's Determination, we're good. But what they're looking for is they're looking for an energy to retreat into Badu, or they're looking for Air Balloon. So there's Ultra Ball. That's going to be Monk. Okay, that's going to be Dust Skull. So we know we're playing against Polt Noir. Okay, so it's a third Dreepy. So what we're looking for now on their side is they're looking for... There's their energy. Now, for us, the name of the game is... The name of the game is... Alright, so there's one. So for us, the name of the game is... Sparkling Crystal. So we need a Sparkling Crystal here. Alright, so we got it. So the thing with this is now, since they have the Badu, they probably also have an Iona. So what I want to do here is I want to hold on to this. And I'm going to get Lily's Determination. I'm not going to play Lily's Determination because I have everything that I need right now in my hand. Alright, we have a Stadium Bump. We also have the Crispin in our hands. Check the energy. Okay, so we got that. These energies are going to go on Ogre Pawn. Now what I'm going to do here, instead of taking 2 prizes, I'm just going to take the knockout on the... I'm just going to take the knockout on the Badu. Because what I want to do... Badu, is I want to take a double knockout on these guys. This deck's entire draw engine runs through the Dreepy, Dracloak, Dragapult line. And taking a knockout on a Badu like that right away, it's cool, but yeah, there's that. But no, appreciate it. Jaws, thank you for coming in, and appreciate the compliment, man. That definitely means a lot. So, yeah. So, but anyways, like I was saying, we've got Dracloak, and we want to take another knockout. We want to take a double knockout on this because their deck ceases to function if they can't see cards. And here, I'm fine. Like I'm chilling. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a good stream. Definitely started off good, Dylan. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you coming in. So there is that. So we didn't get exactly what we wanted, but I wonder what these are here. What are these 3 cards? What are these 3 cards? Because they're doing a good job of keeping us from committing to a double knockout. Alright, so there's that. Oh, okay, so they don't have the knockout. I'm gonna get rid of the Monkey Dory. There we go. Double knockout. All right. Oh, and we got two of them. We got our other two knocked out wolves. All right, so we're in pretty good shape here. As long as they don't do anything ridiculous and knock out both of our hoot hoots, like we're doing pretty good. So that is what we definitely want to avoid. Okay. So they're about to go to 6 card hand. If they're if I'm them, I need a neon upper energy. So like neon upper energy, if you attach it to a stage 2, which is what Dragapult is, you get to basically have 2 energy attached to your Dragapult. And what they would be able to do is they would use their second attack, Phantom Dive, which would do enough damage to knock out my Ogerpon. So they use Ultra Ball, they'll grab Pheasantipity. After they do this Buddy Buddy Poppin', that's another Dreepy, and that is going to be a Duskull. Called it. Love it when I do that. And there's the Fez. Fez, if basically what Pheasantipity says, if I knocked out one of their guys last turn, they draw 3 cards like they did there. And again, my opponent is looking for their neon upper energy, and it looks like they didn't get it. So their next play would be a check down with a counter catcher to kill a Hoot Hoot. But it doesn't look like they have that either. So my next move here is going to be Ultra Ball and whatever I top there. So there's the counter catcher. All right, and we know that it's going to go on the Noctowl. Oh, it's going to go on the Hoot Hoot. You son of a bitch. All right, but that's fine. We're fine. Okay. I can live with that. All right, so there's that. Attach. Then we're going to retreat. Bring up this Clefairy. And we remember Clefairy from the first game, but Clefairy is big here because the Fairy Zone. Dragon types, like Dragapult, are weak to it. And then we get to do Clefairy's attack for 440 damage and knockout. All right, lights, Mr. Jones. Luca! Man, dude. I was just thinking about you the other day. How you doing, dude? So, yeah, so we got that. There's Dracloak. My opponent's probably looking for their Blood Moon or Saluna right now. Which they should have. Like, it would make sense that they have it. So there's that. Doing amazing. How's new 8th grade? They are definitely not you guys. But, you know, it's like apples and oranges. Like, you don't compare everybody to like previous years because, you know, obviously that's not fair to them. But the way it works is that, you know, you take them for what it is, and you take them for what they are, and you know, you enjoy them that way. Like, I think the interesting thing though is that like I do like find myself like looking at like, oh, this kid reminds me of this one from last year, and oh, this kid reminds me of that student, you know. And I think what it is I think it says a lot about the individual of like when I can't find somebody in the new group that reminds me of someone from the previous year, and I think that really just says about like how special that person is, you know, and just like how much they mean to me, I guess you could say. So there's that. Alright, so my opponent's going to go for a 3-price swing here, and it makes my play very clear what I have to do. Yeah, so the Holish is going to do the flying flip, flying entry, put 10 damage on the fan Rotom, and they'll put 10 damage on the Latias and try to set up their game that way. So Phantom Dive knocks out Clefairy, and then the 60 damage is going to knock out that Rotom. Now, if they wanted to get really big brain, they would spread the damage out. Yeah. All right, appreciate you jumping in, man. Have a good evening. So there's that. I want this. Well, that'd be cool if I had something to evolve into. Y'all check this out. We're gonna get him right here with this Blood Moon. The cool thing about Blood Moon is for every prize card they've taken, my Blood Moon attack costs 1 less energy. So then I just drop this here. Do this. And then we win the game right there. 3-0 right off the bat. Strong, strong night. Strong way to start the night. So, there we go. Strong, strong night. All right. So there we go. So 3-0. Pretty strong start. Yeah, we just had everything that game. Just had everything in the game. I think we'll go tails this time. Alright, so we lose the flip, no big deal. We'll manage. We'll manage. Alright, and that's again, we want to go first. So the fact that they're going second tells me a lot of like what they're playing. Now this isn't ideal, but I'll just start the Pikachu. I'll pocket that. Alright, so we're playing against Charizard. Maybe I shouldn't have grabbed too many of those. Alright, here's hoping they don't Iono us, and that they don't item lock. Ah, there's the Shaman. Alright, so that's another card we don't want to see. So Shaman prevents damage done to basic bench Pokemon, or Pokemon that don't have roll boxes. So then this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go wide. Start here. And then I'm going to bring this up if the connection wants to do its thing or what it's supposed to do. And then I'm going to do 70 damage, knock out the Charmander. So a lot of what I'm trying to do now is just try to keep them from setting up. The Shame is definitely going to prevent us from being able to take double knockouts with Wellspring Ogerpon, but what my strategy then pivots to is now I just focus on using Pikachu. That's what I'm going to have to focus on doing. Yeah. Now the other thing that... Alright, so they're going to do that. So I haven't seen a Duskull. If I see a Duskull, then I'm kind of suspicious. Alright, so they get another Lily. Alright, there's the Artisan. I'll get rid of one of these, because then we can just grab it later. No big deal. Alright, there's the... Alright, so this tells me what I gotta do now. If he's smart, he evolves the Dusclops. Alright. Okay. So guys, what if I told you that the correct play here is not to kill what's in the active, not to check down into this, but instead to kill this? Because basically what's going to happen is if I put damage counters there, it's going to basically make Pikachu's ability null and void. Yeah, I want to use Jewel Seeker. Why wouldn't I want to use Jewel Seeker? Get rid of that Artisan. And then I'm taking a knockout here. Alright. So now we're going to go up 2 prizes to their 6. And we definitely want to be able to see that. So we get a Blood Moon, Ursaluna off of that. Probably what I'm doing is I'm probably Ultra Balling that away to get another... Alright, so we're going to throw that. Pokemon League Headquarters. Yeah, they're not making it easy on me now, are they? League Headquarters is actually really good. That makes... Yeah, that inconveniences my deck, but, like, I'm still... Alright, so I still got Gravity Mountain. I have a way to get it. And they're bench locked, so they don't have anything else. So, I mean, like, in a way... In a way, it's like I almost don't want to knock out the Tatsugiri. Like, if I'm them, I don't want to knock out the Tatsugiri. Like, if I'm... Well, obviously, like, I don't want to knock out the Tatsugiri. Like, I want to knock out 2-prizer. Is what I wanted to do. Appreciate it, Flags. Appreciate the time you spent in chat, and have a good evening. Thanks for the follow. All right, so everything. Gotta try to get this back. We gotta get most likely the boss is over there. But Hoot Hoot's toast. Yeah, but Hoot Hoot's toast. Yeah. Oh! Alright, so that was actually kind of surprising. I was expecting them to get something completely different. But you know what? That makes my life a lot easier. Let me try something here. Let me try something here. See what they're gonna see what this does. See if it makes me discard all three. Okay, yeah, so it discards all three. Alright. Alright. It's good to know that's where all my Crispin went. Now here's going to be the real thing to see, like, the merit of this, of my opponent. Is do they go for a one-prize knockout? Or do they elect to go for the two-prize? Because if they go for a one-prize knockout, then it takes counter catcher off of the board, which is important. Alright, let's see what they're going to do. And if I just had... This is what makes me want to energy search so bad in this deck. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is tough. This is tough. Yeah, this is tough. Man. Because I don't have the bench space. Yeah. That was tough. That was tough. Having to use the... Well, I probably shouldn't have used the energy switch so early is probably what it is. That was tough. Shouldn't have used the energy switch so early. Oh well. It was a good game. The Shaman definitely hurt. Oh. Okay. Alright, so we gotta basically race to be the first person to take a 2-prize knockout. They're going second, so it's very plausible. It's very plausible that they could. Just gotta know where my Iono is. so there's that. Air balloon. Yeah, they'll go Joltik. Hmm. Alright, so this is gonna be a tough one. This is absolutely disgusting, and I hate it. I hate it so much. I grabbed the wrong thing. That's rough. I should have grabbed, instead of grabbing the Crispin, I should have grabbed the nest ball for the iron bundle. That was gross. But even then, I don't even think we would have won, like, realistically, because of just how much I was having to overextend. Yeah, it's whatever. That's also just like a weird match for us anyways. Like, we can win it, but, like, the trade-off with it, though, is, like, you have to do so many, like, crazy unorthodox things like that, like, where we're overextending. But that's the other thing, too, is, like, Joltik Box doesn't want long games. It just wants quick games that, like, you can win quick, lose quick, and, you know, it doesn't want... Like, it doesn't want to see long games. Okay. Alright, Alright, so this is weird. Like, we'll get the mulligan. And that's fine. Alright, we're good. This is probably going to be more important anyways. And I'm just going to get 3 Hoot Hoots. And the reason why I do that is because I have a Noctowl, and if they Iono me, I end up getting like more outs. I still have more outs in my deck to be able to draw into a Noctowl between the Noctowls themselves and Ultra Ball. But what's going to be interesting here, though, is if, and this is a big if, is that, okay. Alright, we want to take out the Dust Skull. Now what actually would be really nice is if I was able to get like a top deck of the Nest Ball or something, or an Ultra Ball. And then off of that, I could go, because I've already got Crispin. And then I would be able to get the pieces I would need to be able to do a double knockout. This is the instrumental version of this album. Yeah, so that's going to be what I want to see. What's the Where My Hug at? Pidgeotto. Okay, that's not good. Alright. Alright, we don't want to put down a 2-prizer. It's also crazy that I grabbed 3 Crispin. Play 4 of them, I grab all 3 of them. Any other situation, totally fine. But I'm not putting that down. Definitely not putting the Clefairy down. Like, it just doesn't serve a purpose here. Like, now it would make sense to do that. That's crazy. I honestly thought we were about to lose that. Like, just like the way, like, they set up, like, that was surprising. 4-2. All right. Yeah, still in the Tyranitar rank. We'll keep going. All right, hey, I'm totally fine going first. This is a beautiful hand. Alright, so I think the way I'm going to play this hand out is... Now we're playing Hopladon. No, we're not playing Hopladon. We're just playing Hop with the Valiant. I like it. Alright, so what we're trying to do here is... Looks like they'll probably go switch and Hop. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go... Yeah, they're going to go right in the Hop. Like, almost have half the mind just to, like, use Pikachu and just smack him that. Wow. Okay. Then they get Cramorant. Okay, that's really not the worst thing to happen. Make sure I've got the energy for it, because that would be pretty bad if I didn't. Yeah, we got it. So, Quick Ball, not Quick Ball, Nest Ball. We'll do this, and really, we're doing this just to set the aggression. Take the first knockout, and remember, the other thing about it is, too, unless you absolutely have to, when you're using the crystal with the Pikachu, make sure you do electric or metal with the grass and not the other way around. It's a great way to kind of like mess yourself over. Now, granted, our hand is less than stellar, but we're gonna make it. Now they can obviously retaliate here, but they've only got 2 cards in hand. I don't really think they got a lot going for them. Attack Gambit's going to go on the Pikachu, obviously, so Pikachu is knocked out. This is going to end up being a Cramorant. Oh, it's a Fez. All right, hey, there's another scoop. And again, that's like why I made the play that I made, because I want to try to force the aggression there. I want to force my opponent to try to keep up the tempo. And if you can just go in and just kind of like break their back like that, that deck doesn't really have the answer. Now, if they would have been able to get the Cramorant with the Hops Choice Band and with the Snorlax, then that would have got really interesting. And I would have liked to have seen how that would have went. So there we go. 7 games. Terra Box got us to a record of 5-2. We would have, if that was a regional, we would have been a shoe in for day 2. Been a shoe in for day 2. So. Alright, let's take Grimm for a stroll. So we've been working on this for a minute, and from last time, came to the conclusion that if I play 2 of the Grimm, alright, that's the stage 1, gonna definitely need 2 rare candy. So we're gonna do this, because like I was talking about at the beginning of the stream, I really want to get to a point where like all of my League Cup wins, because I've already got 1, and I want to win, obviously I want to win 3 more, so that way all of my League Cups are maxed out. So that way, like, I could win 4 League Cups, 4 different decks. I think that would be really cool. So. Hold on to this. Oh, okay, so they're gonna go first. This will be interesting. It's like somebody's been reading their Pokebeach articles. That's gonna be cool. Alright, so that's unfortunate. That is a very unfortunate start there. Alrighty. Alright, this is gonna hurt. Energy Surge is prized too. Hold on to that. Fells. As long as I can keep, a Snow on the bench, I'm not upset. Magnemite, that's going to be something to watch out for. And there's the closer. That's Zek. Alright, on to Zekrom. That's the last of their inner generators. Man, that's crazy to go 4 for 4 on all of your generators. I would love for that to happen. Alright, so we're gonna get 3. Get 1 less card out of the deck. Don't really need the Diva right now. Alright, so like I'm missing 1 piece to the puzzle. Don't get it. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. I mean, but at the same time too, it's like, what do you expect? Like when your opponent goes and hits 4 for 4 on generator flips, or generator. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm looking at the wrong screen. So I think that's at the same time too. It's like, yeah, they just have the nuts, and then like I just get that abysmal start. Energy Surge is prized. Energy Surge is prized. I get a decent opening start where I get like TM Evo, but then like, you know, if I don't have any energy, like what good is it? And then I get that Iona with the candy, but I don't hit the Grimm Snarl, or I don't hit the Ultra Ball. Or I don't hit a Spike Myth. Thank God that I don't. That's bad. That is an absolutely bad hand. But that's what life does to you. But at the same time too, like, I sit there and I wonder, well, maybe if I went back to 3 Spike Myth, would I be able to hit it? Obviously I'm playing against Charizard based on these sleeves. And even from testing last week, like the Charizard Grimmsnarl match is actually really fun. Less than stellar opening hand. Really depends on like what my draw for turn is. Alright, so this is probably the Charizard, or this could be Armor Rouge. Like it very well could be Armor Rouge. Yeah, it's Armor Rouge. Love that for me. Jesus. Man, This is rough. No, I gotta protect it. Yeah, that is rough. So 2 games in a row where I have like I go second and I have just this abysmal opening hand. All right, so they get turn 2 Armor Rouge. There's that. Yeah, live is just like, come on, man. Not being gracious. Well, at least I don't have any energy. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I started out go 5-2 and now I'm about to go to like 5-4. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Alright, dude, if you're smart, you just torrential pump once. Just torrential pump, or just sob. Just sob. Just be smart. And don't shuffle your energy. Whatever you do, don't shuffle your energy, opponent, please. For your sake, don't do it. Don't do it. Is he gonna do it? Oh my god. There's the energy switch after I need it. Alright, now we're going to start spreading the damage around with Frost Glass. Alright, this will be fun. I mean, look at it like this, Mr. Opponent. All you gotta do is sob and, like, I die in between turns and I can't use Pheasantipity. This is important why you gotta read your cards, guys. Gotta read your cards. Because now he's fell behind as far as his energy replacement goes. And again, if you've been a long time watcher of the streams and you've watched when I've played this deck, you know that, like, the way to beat an Armor Rouge Ho-Oh deck is to, you know, get the energy off the board. And someone as savvy as me, I'm not gonna let you do it. Like, honestly, like, if somebody did that, chose to do that in a tournament, I wouldn't say anything. Locals, maybe. Like, I probably would say something at locals. But, like, a league challenge, a cup, or regionals, or just, like, a money tournament? No. I'm gonna let my opponent make that mistake. And this is also, again, too, like, just the fallacy of just being conditioned to think, like, this is the only reason and this is the only thing that this card does. We did it earlier. Like, I had Wellspring Ogrepon up when we were playing Terra Box, and I just hit for 100 and kept the energy on the board because I realized that doing the torrential pump later in the game for 2 prizes would be Doing the snipe damage would be more beneficial than doing it on a Dreepy and a Badoo. You know, we want the Badoo on the bench because the Badoo is going to make it harder for them to make decisions and make choices to be able to play the game. So in that case, that is a hard lesson in why you don't just take things at face value. There's part of me that feels like I'm playing against Gardevoir. I'm playing against Kratzel. This is oh God. This is gross. I hate this, and I'm no longer having fun, guys. This is disgusting. I hate this. This is obviously somebody who doesn't win very often. Like, it's like I said the other night. Like, friends don't let friends play decks like this. Like, this is the type of deck you play when you don't have any friends, or you and your friends are just absolute degenerates. Like, come on. There is no honor in playing this. So I think the way that I do this, and this entirely depends to, okay, so the way that I would beat this is, alright, so there's that. So the way we beat this is we go TM Devo. Oh, and if you didn't notice, TM Devo is now officially prized. So, children, Welcome to the Boogaloo. Welcome to the Boogaloo, children. This is... Oh my god. Like, I want to, like, just look here and see, like, what do I... Like, is the play... We just build up this guy. We do that. You know, because if I had TM Devo, that would be the play. That genuinely would be the play. Because I've got to have some way to do damage. And then naturally they'll attach a tool. They'll have themselves be able to do more, to get more health. And then, like, I'm sitting here just stuck throwing things at them. You know, there's a stadium. And they're going to get an energy. That energy is going to be mist energy. How did I know this? Like, this is incredibly gross. Now, the only way this works is if they don't attach a tool and they don't put another Pokemon down. Or they do that. Jesus Christ. Alright. It's not entirely lost cause. But things are gonna get weird. Like, things are undeniably going to get weird. Now I just do this. Jeez. Crazy. Alright, so there's a boss. Alright, we gotta get rid of that. So that kind of puts a wrench in my plans here. But again, all they need is another Pokemon and a tool. They bench a Dwebble, or they bench Cornerstone, they basically win. Or if they put Hero Cape on it, if they put the cape on it, like, they pretty much win. Because I don't have a win con. Or they're doing the wonderful scummy thing of, I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to try to wait until they rage quit. No. Again, guys, friends don't let friends play decks like this. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. You know what? There you go. I hope you learned your lesson there, buddy. I genuinely hope you learned your lesson. Yeah, definitely gonna make. I'm definitely gonna clip that. Got to make that a YouTube. That's definitely got to make a YouTube video there. Dead to Rights had no business winning. I had no business winning that, and sure they could have dead drew or something like that, but like, who knows? Who knows what could have happened? Yeah, that was crazy. That is definitely crazy. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to be a good place to stop for the night. I appreciate everybody that came in tonight, everybody that followed, everybody that subscribed. We're going to be doing this again tomorrow night around 7:30. Going to be streaming locals at Jim and Cards in DeLand, Florida. We're going to be looking to build off of the momentum from tonight's promising 7-3 record. Be looking for Grimm Allen. Be looking for Terra Box. I might even pull Ethan's Typhlosion out of the woodwork. You never know. Also, the other thing about it too, make sure that you're following me on X, Instagram, TikTok. It's all Jones underscore TCG underscore, so that way you can keep up with the travels, keep up with the adventures, keep up with the thoughts, and most importantly, keep up with those precious memes, because the people that share